everyone, I'm Diana Novita as the first presenter in this video, and also my student number is 1911171016. So in this video we will present the topic about listening in language teaching. Okay, happy watching. So this is the first slide about listening in language teaching. Listening is receiving language through the ears, and listening involves identifying the sounds of speech and processing them into words and sentences. When we listen, we use our ears to receive individual sounds, and we use our brain to convert this into messages that mean something to us. Listening in practice. A challenge for the teacher in the listening classroom is to give learners some degree of control over the content of the lesson, and to personalize content so learners are able to bring something of themselves to the task. This can be achieved in the following ways. Is the first, making instructional goals explicit to the learners. Second is giving learners a degree of choice. Third is giving learners opportunities to bring their own background, knowledge, and experience into the classroom. And the fourth is encouraging learners to develop a reflective attitude to learning, and the last is to develop skills in self-monitoring. So the next slide is about an effective listening course will be characterized by the following features. The materials should base on a wide range of authentic texts, including both monologues and dialogues. And then, schema building tasks should present the listening. Strategies for effective listening should be incorporated into the materials. Learners should be given opportunities to progressively structure their listening by listening to a text several times and by working through increasingly challenging listening tasks. And learners should know what they are listening for and why. And then the task should include opportunities for learners to play an active role in their own learning. And the last is content should be personalized.
Hello everyone, my name is Niwayan Yaheni, student number 19341711023. Okay, here the changing phase of listening. A relatively standard format for the listening lessons developed at this time. For the first, free listening. Free teaching of all important new vocabulary in the passage. Some kind of free listening activity is now usual, involving brainstorming vocabulary, reviewing areas of grammar, or discussing the topic of the listening text. And number 2, listening. In here, extensive listening followed by general question establishing context. So intensive listening followed by detailed comprehension question. And the last, post-listening. Analysis of the language in the text. Why did the speaker use the present perfect? Okay, so listen and repeat. Teacher pause the tape and learners repeat words. Okay, here raising student awareness of the future of real-world listening input. Many learners of English encounter more difficulties of listening and speaking than in reading and writing. One of the contributing factors is that much emphasis is laid on the written text in the teaching syllabus. Many teachers fail to highlight this difference to the student, and subsequently the teaching and learning of listening and speaking skills can only achieve a minimal result. Feature of real-world listening input. The features are the use of time-creating devices. Number 2, the use of facilitation devices. And number 3, the use of compensation devices. The use of time-creating devices. To ease the production of speech, the speaker normally use time-creating devices. These are used to gain time for the speaker so that he can formulate what to say next in spontaneous speech. Number 2, the use of facilities devices. Effective listeners need to identify and be familiar with the devices in free speech. The use of less complex structure is one of these devices. The use of fixed and conventional process is another device to facilitate speech production. And the last is the use of comprehension devices. Unlike the written text, spoken discourse cannot be retrieved during normal interaction. So the speed of natural speech and the fact that one cannot ask the speaker to repeat more than once means that listening input has to be processed very quickly.
Hello, my name is Didharma Santi. My number student is 1911710 and 6. Okay, first I want to explain about pedagogical implication, classroom implementations, and skill enabling exercise. Okay, pedagogical implications. Learner needs to understand that these devices are there to facilitate the speaker's production and the listener processing of speech, and not to distract the listener's attention or to impede understanding. Next, classroom implementations. I shall now describe how the implications of these features of real speech can be put into classroom practice. The first step toward developing learners' listening skill is to raise their awareness of the difference between written and spoken. And next, skills enabling exercise. After the consciousness raising exercise, the teacher can provide learners with opportunities to identify time saving, facilitation and compensation device in learning speech. Listening materials produced for students are often artificial in order to suit the level of the student. Okay, I want to explain the conclusion about our presentation. From this article and the source, they emphasize the importance of addressing the difference between spoken and written text in the teaching of listening skills. It is only when learners are aware of the unique characteristics of authentic listening input that can they be equipped with skills to handle real-life communication. Awareness raising and skill enabling exercise that provide students with opportunities to monitor the difficulty level of listening input and integrate listening and speaking skills have also been discussed. Okay, that's all is our presentation. Thank you for watching and goodbye.